Good afternoon, everyone. Please watch the celebration of the English month of Eduardo Barretto Senior National High School. Thank you.
Get bigger discounts on 12/12 with Lazada bonus discount. The more you spend, the more you save.
while we are waiting for our viewers to come, just enjoy the music, guys. Please don't forget to like and share.
Panginoon naming Diyos, ipadala po ninyo sa amin ang inyong banal na Espiritu ng pag-ibig, kapayapaan at katotohanan sa bawat isa sa amin bago namin simulan ang pagpupulong na ito. Nawa ay pakinggan namin ang sasabihin ng bawat isa upang maging mas malinaw at makabuluhan ang gagawing pagpupulong. Buksan mo po ang aming mga puso at isipan upang sundin ang mga nais sa amin ng aming Amang nasa langit. Bigyan mo po kami ng lakas at determinasyon na sundin at gawin ito. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
bansa'y nagbigay puri. Ang burol mo at kapatagan ay hitik sa kasaysayan. O kalan at bangang aming sinta at kadluan ng pag-asa. O bayang mahal sa lahidangan, alay namin sa iyo ang buhay at laging hangad ang iyong pagkunad. Kadakila ang walang kubas, langit ng mga pangarap, sa paglaya ay hiyas. O kalambang mahal, ating itanghal, tanging lingkod ng inang bayan. O bayang mahal sa lahidangan, alay namin sa iyo ang buhay at laging hangad ang iyong pagkunad. Kadakila ang walang kubas, langit ng mga pangarap, sa paglaya ay hiyas. O kalambang mahal, ating itanghal, tanging lingkod ng inang bayan. Tanging lingkod ng inang bayan.
Sa puso't isip ay pandayan, alma mater naming mahal. Hindi namin malilimutan ang pangalan mo at aral. Kahit saan man kami magtungo, pagsinta ay di magbabago. Paaral lang pang sekundarya ng Barretto, o mabuhay ka, alma mater ko. Paaralang minamahal, ang lingkod mo'y laging laang. Patis ka ng karunungan at dangal, sa puso't isip ay pandayan, alma mater naming mahal. Hindi namin malilimutan ang pangalan mo at aral, kahit saan man.
And to formally welcome everyone, let us listen to the school head of Eduardo Barretto Senior National High School, our very own, loving and caring, Ma'am Charito Bernas.
In recognition of reading's significance in developing communications and language skills of learners, as well as cultivating critical thinking skills vital to be empowered citizen of the 21st century, Eduardo Barretto Senior National High School is celebrating National Reading Month. The school wants to promote a full awareness and understanding of the role of reading and literacy in the success of every learner. This is the reason why teachers find ways on how they can encourage and motivate learners to enjoy and love reading, especially in time of pandemic. A great opportunity to use our time to develop and hone our skills in reading and be able to widen our horizon in the cheapest and safest way. In addition, the more that we read, the more things we will know, and the more that we learn, the more places we go. Reading is a discount ticket to everywhere. May the activities prepared by the teachers of Eduardo Barretto Senior National High School brings fire to the heart of every learner to become book lover that will in turn makes them best reader. Good day and happy reading.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Bernas, for that wonderful message for our viewers today. And to listen to one more message, let us welcome our very own EPS in English, Ma'am Andrea Senyadosa.
Good morning, everyone, especially to the principal, Madam Charito Bernas, to the head teacher in English, and also to all reading teachers. Have a blessed reading endeavor to you all. It's my great pleasure to give this message to you for being a warrior in this field, reading enthusiasts. But let me give first some trivia about facts this reading month. Actually, it was based on Republic Act number 10556, which was enacted by the late President Benigno Simeon Aquino III on May 15, 2013. The 27th of November has been designated as Reading Day and special working holiday. This was done to encourage everyone in the Philippines to read. So, why is Reading Month so important? Simply because reading is such an important component of education. We educators encourage and enhance literacy skill because that is one of our duty and responsibility as teachers. With all the activities we did and you did, our learners discovered that their literacy skills improve their speaking abilities as well. Literary skills have an impact on all aspects of the learner's education. They can excel in test-taking, classwork, and class preparation, which influenced by the reading abilities. This reading month is ideal time to cover all over activities we want our learners to feel and explore on that will truly increase their desire to read and grow as well. Remember, the more they practice, the better they grow, just like any other talents. The rise in reading during this month of March boosts both the length of time learners want to read and the frequency with which they take up a book printed or the what we call ebook. So again, is reading important to all of us? Yes, because reading helps us discover the world. Reading is a gateway to learning everything about everything. It helps you discover new things and educate yourself in any area of life you are interested in. Reading also improves our vocabulary and communication. One of the best ways to improve the vocabulary and enhance our speaking skills. Reading enhances concentration, also lowering stress level. Reading not only focuses your complete attention in the subject at hand, but also immerse you in your knowledge, increasing your concentration and your memory. And also, reading is an enhancement in our memory. As our brain learns to remember the information from the storyline, it also becomes better at remembering other important things of your life. So, by reading books, you can also indirectly train in your brain a better memory. So, reading enthusiasts, let us all join and be active reader ourselves. And congratulations to the schools and to the team in doing these activities in reading that will surely help us learner be functionally literate. Let us fulfill our theme in this year's Hamon, bawat bata bumabasa even in the midst of pandemic. With that, good morning to all of us and God bless.
Students from grades 7 and 8 will showcase their interpretative reading skills. Interpretative reading is an oral and dramatic presentation of a narrative that affords student participants communication of its literary meaning in a highly creative and evocative expression. The panel of judges for the interpretative reading are Ma'am Annabel Pagaspas, Ma'am Janelle Oriel, Ma'am Mary Kaisip, and Ma'am Princess Garcia. The criteria for interpretative reading: projection of characters 25%, voice quality 25%, pronunciation 20%, effectiveness 20%, big book 10%, with a total of 100%.
Skirt anak ni Apaitan from grade 7 Justice. Father William. You were old, Father William, the young man said, and your hair has become very white, and yet you insistently stand on your head. Do you think, at your age, it is right? In my youth, Father William replied to his son, I feared it would injure the brain, but now that I'm perfectly sure I have none, why, I do it again and again. You are old, said the youth. As I mentioned before, and have grown most uncommonly fat, yet you turned a back somersault in at the door. Pray, what is the reason of that? In my youth, said the sage, as he shook his grey locks, I kept all my limbs very supple by the use of this ointment. 1 shilling the box, allow me to sell you a couple. You are old, said the youth, and your jaws are too weak for anything tougher than suit. Yet you finish the goose with the bones and the beak. Pray, how did you manage to do it? In my youth, said his father, I took to the law and argued each case with my wife, and the muscular strength which it gave to my jaw has lasted the rest of my life. You are old, said the youth. One would hardly suppose that your eyes was as steady as ever, that you balanced an eel on the end of your nose. What made you so awfully clever? I have answered 3 questions, and that is enough, said his father. Don't give yourself airs. Do you think I can listen all days to such stuff? Be off, or I'll kick you downstairs. That is not said right, said the caterpillar. Not quite right, I'm afraid, said Alice timidly. Some of the words have got altered. It is wrong from the beginning to end, said the caterpillar decidedly. And there was silence for some minutes. Thank you.
Father William by Lewis Carroll. You are old, Father William, the young man said, and your hair has become very white, and yet you incessantly stand on your head. Do you think at your age it is right? In my youth, Father William replied to his son, I feared it would injure the brain, but now that I'm perfectly sure I have none, why, I do it again and again. You are old, said he, as I mentioned before, and have grown most uncommonly fat. Yet you turn a back somersaulting at the door. Pray, what is the reason of that? In my youth, said the sage as he shook his grey locks, I kept all my limbs very supple by the use of this ointment. 1 shilling the box. Allow me to sell you a couple. You are old, said the youth, and your jaws are too weak for anything tougher than suet. Yet you finished the goose with the bones and the beak. Pray, how did you manage to do it? In my youth, said his father, I took to the law and argued each case with my wife, and the muscular strength which it gave to my jaw has lasted the rest of my life. You are old, said the youth. One would hardly suppose that your eye was as steady as ever, yet you balance an eel on the end of your nose. What made you so awfully clever? I have answered 3 questions, and that is enough, said his father. Don't give yourself airs. Do you think I can listen all day to such stuff? Be off, or I'll kick you downstairs. That is not said right, said the caterpillar. Not quite right, I'm afraid, said Alice timidly. some of the words have got altered. It is wrong from beginning to end, said the caterpillar beside me, and there was silence for some minutes.
Father William, you are old, Father William, the young man said, and your hair has become very white, and yet you incessantly stand on your head. Do you think at your age it is right? In my youth, Father William replied to his son, I feared it would injure the brain, but now that I'm perfectly sure I have none, why I do it again and again? You are old, said the youth, as I mentioned before, and have grown most uncommonly fat. Yet you turned a back somersault in at the door. Pray, what is the reason of that? In my youth, said the sage as he shook his grey locks, I kept all my limbs very supple by the use of this ointment, 1 shilling the box. Allow me to sell you a couple. You are old, said the youth, and your jaws are too weak for anything tougher than sweat. Yet you finished the goose with the bones and the beak. Pray, how did you manage to do it? In my youth, said his father, I took to the law and argued each case with my wife, and the muscular strength which it gave to my jaw has lasted the rest of my life. You are old, said the youth. One would hardly suppose that your eye was as steady as ever, yet you balance an eel on the end of your nose. What made you so awfully clever? I have answered 3 questions, and that is enough, said his father. Don't give yourself airs. Do you think I can listen all day to such stuff? Be off, or I kick you downstairs. That is not said right, said the caterpillar. Not quite right, I'm afraid, said Alice timidly. Some of the words have got altered. It is wrong from beginning to end, said the caterpillar decidedly, and there was silence for some minutes.
Students from grade 9 will compete for the declamation contest. A declamation is a public speaking event that showcases student declaimers' communication prowess in interpreting a literary piece, thereby providing the audience with a direct experience of the craft. The panel of judges for the said contest are Ma'am Mary Joy Pesimo, Ma'am Evangeline Batoleño Fuentes, and Mr. Romark Escanio. The criteria for the declamation contest: overall interpretation, 45%, vocal aspects, 40%, costume and props, 15%, with a total of 100%.
What do you want? Why are you staring at me like that? Leave me alone. Yes, I was pronounced guilty. But haven't they suffered enough? Look at me. My hollow cheeks. The dark rings around my eyes. My worried body. Aren't they enough to atone for the crime which I was accused? Yes! The crime! Crime!
Don't you believe that Arturo and I first met August 30th? We were engaged November 13th. And during our third stage performance, Arturo and I had 3 curtain calls. 1 and 3 makes 13. So what I mean 13, oh, what a lucky number. I was in my dressing room getting ready for the second half, and my attention was attracted by the line on the floor. I picked it up and read it. Helen Martinez, wishing you a bad luck.
Who could have said this? What could this mean? There was no signature.
I stepped on a silver plate with the number 13 the drawer, I slowly approached the bed, taking care not to waking the sleeping hero, and to thrust the dagger to Arturo's head. Everything went black. I didn't notice the curtain call, and the audience rose from their seat and shouted, "Bravo! What a fine performance! A fine performance indeed!" For Arturo was already dead. I killed him. But I didn't mean to kill him. It was only an act. Yes, Arturo and I had the quarrel, but it was only a pretty quarrel. How could I kill Arturo when I loved him very much? Somebody must have tricked me. Somebody must have replaced the dagger, the note, the number on the plate, the genuine dagger. Belen Martinez? A criminal? No. Jailer? What is the date today? You don't have to answer. I know it. I know why I came for you. It is my execution day, May 13th. Oh, that number is driving me mad. No. I'm not the killer. Belen Martinez? A killer? 13.
Here are the judges for our essay writing contest. Mr. Santiago Ilag, Ma'am Jocelyn San Pedro, Ma'am Rhea Baliza, Ma'am Gracia Zafra, and Ma'am Mary Joy Pessimo.
Good day, everyone, especially to our principal, Ma'am Charito Bernas, my co-head teachers and co-teachers, parents who support us, and students who are watching today. I appreciate the support and effort of the English teachers who organize and show cooperation in their reading activities. I acknowledge our principal who always stand behind us in our undertakings. Thank you to our dear parents for assisting your children and continue encouraging them to read in English and in Filipino. I know you want the best for them. I would like to commend all the students who join and participate in this Reading Month celebration. With that, let me end this with a quotation of Harold Kushner. I think of life as a good book. The farther you get into it, the more it begins to make sense. God bless and keep safe.
And that ends our celebration for the National Reading Month. Time flies when we are having fun indeed. Because of COVID-19, I know that most of us cannot go out, but always remember, between the pages of a book is a lovely place to be. So keep on reading. Once again, I am your master of ceremony for today's celebration. I am Mrs. Evangeline Batole.